Swedish drama Jordskott. Matt, in simple terms,
Oh God!
what the hell was that about? What the hell was going on?
You don't watch a lot of naughty noirs, do you?
I went out at the weekend, I think it was, and bought The Complete Killing and the Bridge first series, which I already have. I know you can watch it on Netflix or whatever, but my thinking was I want to watch The Killing, and if I've spent money on it and I own it,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I will.
Yeah.
So it's
The
here.
Killing is very certainly the first series of The Killing and the first series of The Bridge are both very good. And starting this,
And you know, I enjoyed
thought
Hostages as well, which is another foreign
I mean,
drama.
that sort of got you into subtitle drama in a way, didn't it? I think
Yeah.
Hostages, which you really, really enjoyed, and I'm the same with, I think the first series of The Killing blew me away. I mean, people as well bunch Borgen into that list, but Borgen to me is a different beast. It's a political drama, and just because it was on BBC4 with The Bridge and with The Killing, it's not the same sort of thing. I mean, they
have the Estates Minister, though. Don't forget him.
Yeah, but they ITV3, I think it is, did Those Who Kill, which is another sort of similar naughty noir. And this, I think, starts very similarly in a way to The Killing and The Bridge, in that there's this sort
and The Interceptor in a funny way.
Yeah, but I mean, I was going to say in terms that there's a sort of attractive blonde detective in the lead.
Yeah.
Who's sort of emotionally damaged. She's her daughter disappeared, possibly drowned 7 years earlier in the small town. It's not Jordskott. I thought the town was going to be called Jordskott.
Yeah, what is Jordskott?
I don't know. I know George C. Scott, the actor, but
no, I don't think it's him.
Oh, okay. But initially, it's this sort of, it is your sort of standard, another kid's gone missing. She comes back to clear up her father's estate. He's died recently under sort of suspicious circumstances. Is any of this connected? Blah de blah. And then in the last 10 minutes, it just goes weird.
It goes nuts.
And there's someone destroying something in a wood. The people who working for her father's estate are buying a vat of some sort of chemical. I'm not even sure what that is.
Can you explain
and then
to me?
Woman, and then the girl who they found, who they think might be her daughter, grows roots out of her legs.
So basically, that I wasn't hallucinating. That all happened. That all happened.
I read a little article actually, because I was just, when I do watch something, I like to sort of just read around it and stuff like that. Especially
sometimes, in this case, you have to.
And the Guardian have got a good article about Jordskott and how the creator wanted not to do another Killing or Bridge, and wanted to actually bring in sort of elements of Nordic myth into it, which I think we start to see as it goes on. So it's an interesting idea, I think, to try and do something different with the genre. But at the same time, I don't know if it ties together as well as it should. They've got the sort of stereotypical old guy who knows too much and goes, "Go from this place now."
Yeah, as all people say.
You.
Yeah. Not instead of "leave me alone, sod off."
They all call him crazy old Sven or whatever.
That's very stereotypical.
Yeah,
but I know what you mean. I went in open eyes, open mind. I wanted to like it. I was intrigued when she ran the girl over, and there was the possibility that it could have been her daughter because the other kid's gone missing. That intrigued me. But then it just went nuts, and I thought, I'm reading it, so I can't get any of it wrong.
I think it was hard to distinguish from because a lot of the characters were men in suits. Apart from her, there weren't a lot of other female characters, were they?
Apart from that angry woman who worked and was trying to fix the printer.
Yeah, and the slightly dodgy nurse at the hospital, who I thought was up to something. I think the scenery was the best thing about this. Not in a sort of insulting way, but it added to sort of that moodiness that they were trying to create, that sort of mythical air. But I think it did remind me of a Chris Lang drama where you set it up in the first episode, then resolve everything in the second episode. But this obviously is a 10-part drama, and then those last 10 minutes showed you why this is a 10-part drama, because there's all this mystical codswallop that I'm not sure.
The roots thing blew my mind.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Why was that? outside of the bits that I liked, it was a bit of a struggle.
Yeah,
Because
I
what I tended to do was just drift off and check email and then go,
No,
oh god, I
agree.
forgot I was supposed to be reading this.
Yeah.
I can't just
I'm
listen
exactly
to
the
it.
same. So obviously
Yeah.
we sort of agreed on both of these shows that we saw
Yeah.
how we felt about them.